and welcome to your next lesson in grammar and writing. I hope all of you have had a lovely weekend. Um, and I know it has been a great weekend because the weather was really good. I hope you had a walk or went to the park or at least stepped outside just for some fresh air. Okay, because I did. What I did was I went to the park, I went for a walk, and it did feel great. So I hope you all did. So, my group, this is your next lesson, but for this week we will not be focusing on phonics. We will be doing a little bit of grammar first, and then we will move on to writing. Okay, so you've got a little writing to do at the end of these lessons for this week. So, today your topic on grammar will be articles. But we've got three articles that we need to study. We've got a, and the. But for today, we're going to do a and then tomorrow, which is Tuesday, we'll be looking at the article the. Okay, so if you have your piece of paper ready in front of you, what I would like you to do is write today's date, which is your long date, Monday, 18th of May, 2020. And your LI is to use the articles a and an in your writing. Okay, so you can pause the video, make sure you write it on your piece of paper before you move on to the rest of the video. Right, for your articles, before we need to learn what articles we are doing, we need to know what an article is. So articles are used to modify a noun. Remember, we did nouns in our first grammar lesson, and nouns are naming words, which is either a name of a person, a place, or a thing. So usually your articles, which are a and the, always come before the noun. Okay? Before we do articles, we need to know which letters of the alphabet are consonants and which ones are vowels. Okay, I know in your sounds right from nursery up to reception year one, you all know what are your consonants and your vowels, and you also learn all the sounds to these consonants and vowels. So all the alphabets are on over here, but on this side you've got all the letters which are consonants, and you've got your 5 letters of the alphabet which are your vowels. Okay, so now we know what letters are your consonant and vowels. Now we can move on to a and an as an article. Okay, so we use the article a when your nouns start with a consonant. Okay, so if you have a look at the first word over here, it's a coat, and the coat starts with a C, and a C or a K is a consonant. So before the word coat, you will use a coat. You've got laptop, starts with an L, and L is a consonant, so we use a as an article, so a laptop. The same for the rest, which are consonants, which start with consonants, B, T, and drum, D, a book, a teacher, a drum. Now, if you have a look at the vowels, like I said, we've got 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. When they start, or when words start with a vowel, we always use an as an article. So, egg starts with E. E is a vowel. It has an E sound, so we say an egg. The same for A is a vowel, so an apple. An owl, an umbrella, an ice cube. All of these words start with a vowel, which is why we use the article an. I'm going to say this bit again. So all of these words start with a consonant. So we use a. as an article. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So let's have a look. These are some words that I've put up over here, and they are nouns. Like I said, a or an, and that always come before a noun. So we've got orange. It starts with a vowel O. So we're going to say an orange because we know that all the letters that start with a vowel sound will have an as an article, and all the words that have consonants or that start with a consonant will have a. So the next one we've got is pencil. We know that P is a consonant, so P for pencil. So that's why we have, sorry, let's do house. So the next one is house. We know that H is a consonant, so we say house, which is why it will have a house, because we use a as an article if you have a consonant. And like I said previously about P pencil, it's a pencil. Have a look at the next one. It starts with a vowel. What do you think the article is going to be? It's going to be a or an envelope, because we use an when the noun starts with a vowel. Next one, a rabbit. And apple, a apple or an apple. An apple, because apple starts with an A and A is a vowel. Okay, right. These are some words that have the consonant sound. Now let's move on to sentences. Okay, tomorrow I am going to a party or an party. Now we know that party starts with a P, which is a consonant, so we know that it has to be a party. Next one, Humpty Dumpty was a egg or an egg. Now we know that egg starts with an E and it's a vowel. So we know that the answer is going to be an egg. I always have an umbrella or a umbrella in my bag in case it rains. I always have an umbrella in my bag in case it rains. The dog was on a leash. You can make something house out of snow, which is called something igloo. So you can make H is a consonant, so because H is a consonant, it will be A as an article. And in the same sentence, you have another one or another article that you have to use. And it says, you can make a house out of snow, which is called an igloo. Okay, so igloo, for those of you who don't know what an igloo is, if you go to a place in Antarctica where it's full of ice and snow, it is a house that is made out of snow. Okay? Okay, now there are some exceptions that we need to know of. There are some words where we have to use a even though it has a consonant. That's because when we say the word, it sounds like it's a vowel. So let's have a look at the first one. We had to wait an hour till the rain stopped, or we had to wait an hour till the rain stopped. Now we know the word hour over here, okay, starts with a H, which is a consonant, which is why it has to be a hour. But when we say the word hour, we don't pronounce the H. The H is silent. So when we say this word over here, we say hour, ow. So it's got an ow sound, and an ow sound or an o sound is a vowel. So when this word has a vowel sound, it will be an hour. I know it still starts with an H, with a H. the H is a consonant, but when we pronounce this word, we don't say hour, we say hour. So when we start the sound with an ow or a vowel sound, it will have an. Okay? And in the same way, when you have a word which starts with a vowel, but it gives you a consonant sound, okay? Give you a consonant sound, it will be a. So it was an unique painting, or it was a unique painting. Now, this word starts with a U sound. Okay, it's not unique, but it's unique, so it has a Y sound to it. The word unique has a Y sound, and we know that Y is a consonant, so that's why we say it was a unique painting. Okay, right, so these are some exceptions where we do not really pronounce the first letter of the word that is underlined, but it gives us a different sound. So we did hour before, and this one is not a H, but it has a ow sound to it, which is why it will be an, because we use an for any vowels or any vowel sounds, and we use a for consonant words or consonant sounds. Okay, so it took an hour to get to the zoo. I have to wear a uniform. We use a because it doesn't have a vowel sound, but it has a consonant sound, which is a Y sound. So you've got uniform. We flew to a universe far, far away. I would love to ride on a unicorn. The king wanted an heir to the throne. It was an honor to meet the queen. Okay, now I've got a slide here with some fruits on this side and some vegetables on this side. So what I would like you to do on your piece of paper is write the article to the fruits and the vegetables. So the first one is an orange. So if you go to a market and this is the picture that you see, and you want to buy fruits and vegetables, I would say I would like an orange. So the first one would be an, because orange starts with a vowel, which is the O. So it will have an as an article. So what I would like you to do on your piece of paper is to write the article that goes with these words. So is it a orange or is it an orange? Next one, a pear, an pear. A apple, an apple, and so on. So what I would like you to do is fill in the vegetables, the articles to the vegetables, and the articles to, the vegetables and the articles to the fruits on this side. Okay? So this is a simple activity where you have to either write a or an. And now we will move on to the writing. So the writing is still doing articles or followed by articles, but it will be in a paragraph. Okay, so I have done a paragraph over here on the story of the lion and the mouse. Okay, and I've used the article a and an in my paragraph. So I've got two paragraphs here. Let's read it. One day, a lion was asleep in the woods, and a mouse was eating an apple by a tree. He then saw an eagle up on the tree staring at him. So he started running. The mouse did not see the lion, and so he ran across the lion's nose. The lion woke up and was really cross with the mouse. He roared and said, "You woke me up." The mouse was really scared and said to the lion, "Please let me go. If you let me go, I promise I will repay you one day." "You're funny. How can a mouse help a lion?" The lion finally let the mouse go. One evening the lion was caught in a hunter's net. He tried to get out, but he could not. He roared because he was very angry. The mouse heard the lion and started to chew on the net really quickly. He chewed on till the lion broke free. You see, even a mouse can help a lion. And they became best of friends. So what I've done in this paragraph, or in these two paragraphs, is I've used a and an as an article. So I've used a lion because L is a consonant, so I know that the article that I will be using is a lion. And if you have a look over here, I know that apple is a vowel, so a is a vowel, which is why I've used an apple. So what I would like you to do for your task today is just before your li, below your li, what I want you to do is write a paragraph on your family. So you will label your paragraph as my family, and I would like you to write my family, and you'll have to use the articles a and an. So in my story of here, I've written two paragraphs, but I would like you to do just one. So it can be however long you want it to be, but I would like you to write it and make sure you use articles a and an. Okay, so that is all that we have for today's lesson, and make sure you send in your learning to year3 at grange.harrow.sch.uk. Until tomorrow's lesson, take care and have a good evening and stay safe. Bye.